The late 1950s see another major turning point in the history of the Hall with the planned move of the New York Philharmonic to Lincoln Center. The property is sold to a developer. The September 1957 issue of Life magazine profiles the 44-story office building, faced in bright red porcelain panels, which is to replace Carnegie Hall. A number of committees are formed in an effort to save the Hall, which is slated to be demolished on March 31, 1960. None succeed. Then, at the 11th hour, the Committee to Save Carnegie Hall, headed by Isaac Stern, is able to muster the political support necessary to prevent the demolition. Special state legislation allows the City of New York to purchase Carnegie Hall for the purpose of historical preservation. The Hall is saved. Back in business, the Hall continues to attract the world's greatest performers and succeeds in bringing Vladimir Horowitz out of retirement for an historic performance in 1965. Also during that time, a rising star and future trustee of the Hall makes his first Carnegie Hall appearance. But the times, they are a-changin', and in the 60s, the Hall is changin' with the times. The new music and the new faces of a new era attract a new audience to Carnegie Hall. Over the next 2 decades, many new stars will emerge from its nurturing environment. Who knows, maybe a few of these young performers will emerge as stars in the not-too-distant future. They are members of one of the choruses selected to participate in the 2nd annual Carnegie Hall High School Choral Festival.
I had told the kids maybe, this would be in the works, but when I told them that we were actually going to do it.
I thought she was kidding, to tell you the truth. But then when she's like, seriously, and I saw the acceptance thing, I was happy.
My goal in life is to become a famous opera singer, and performing in Carnegie Hall would be a great experience.
Brentwood High School was selected from a group of applicants. We notified the choruses of their selection, and then the conductors here at the school started to work with the students.
The music was pretty difficult, trying to learn all these 16th notes. Everyone's kind of shaky, but now we're getting, more comfortable with it.
As we started working on the Magnificat, it got really nerve-wracking because it's really hard music, and much more challenging than anything we've ever done before.
It starts off really tense, really unsure, and everything's really uncertain. But as the rehearsal goes on, it really starts to pick up and the excitement starts to build.
I think this will be an experience that I'll remember for the rest of my life because, we, Brentwood High School, went to Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall! At Carnegie Hall, we only have 90 minutes with the orchestra to put all of these people together to get them to sound like one choir.
Choir, meet the Orchestra of St. Luke's. Orchestra of St. Luke's, meet the choir.
I'm scared to death. I have to conduct a 10-minute program of our own music, but we've been working hard on that, and I think we're ready. I hope we're ready.
Each choir sings for 10 minutes on its own with its own conductor, its own repertoire, and then we take an intermission and bring everybody on stage, and the second half of the concert is the Bach Magnificat.
I think I've ever had. I don't think I'll ever be able to have an experience like that again. It was great.
Everything's built up inside right now. I'm never going to forget this.
They were so full of energy from the first note they sang. I thought, they are right on. Bach was really rocking Carnegie Hall today, and I think he'd have been proud.
Practice, practice, practice!
By the early 80s, 9 decades of presenting great performers in the arts, the sciences, in education and politics had taken its toll on the hall.
When you went around and saw the bathrooms leaked and the place was in terrible state of disrepair, and it showed why previously it was nearly torn down, I felt that this was something that was worthy of my spending some time on with other people in the organization.
Over the next few years, a 50-member steering committee, co-chaired by James Wolfenson and Sanford Weil, raised the funds needed to restore, renovate, and expand the hall. The work, which has begun in May 1986, is slated to be completed over a 5-year period. The first phase includes the renovation and restoration of the lobby, the box office, and the main hall. Amazingly, 28 weeks later, Phase 1 is completed in time for the new season. A gala reopening concert is held on the evening of December 15th.